All right, welcome to another Affinity Photo tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to recreate this Sunburst logo design that I came up with. Let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start off with a new file and we'll make it 1920 by 1080. Zoom out a little bit here. So the first thing I like to do when I create a logo is find the center of my document and put some guides up so I can work around that. So I'm going to go ahead and drag a guide in from the side, bring it over to should be 960, and it should snap right in place right there. And we'll bring down one from the top, and that should go down to 540 and snap in place. So there we go. That's the center of our document. Next thing we're going to do is create our circular guide for the whole thing. So we're going to come over to the shape tool, and let's grab the donut tool. And then starting here from the center, we're going to hold Command and Shift and drag outwards till we get the diameter that we like on the outside. That's looking pretty good right there. And we will fill that with black for the time being. And then we'll drag out our inner circumference using this control point just to give us a nice guide to work with. All right, so now we're going to create our sun rays that go around the outside, the hard rays. So let's zoom in to the top here. And for just the time being, I'm going to turn off snapping for just a second while I create this. We'll come in here and grab the triangle tool, and we're going to drag out a thin triangle, about like that. And we'll make sure that it's centered horizontally, like so. And now what we need to do is we need to change the origin of this, or the rotation point of this, to the center of our document. So to do that, we're going to turn on our Enable Transform Origins. We'll see there's a little tiny blue center thing there. When you hover over it with your mouse, it turns into a 4-pointed arrow. We're just going to take that and drag it down here to the center of our document. Let's turn snapping back on so that we make sure it snaps to the center, which it did. Very good. All right, so now what we'll do with the triangle is we're going to duplicate that layer, Command J, and now that it's going to rotate around the center here, we're going to drag it over 1.5 pixels. And now we're going to duplicate this a few times just so that it makes life a little bit easier here to create the whole ring. So we'll go Command J, since we're using Power Duplicate, Command J, till we have about 10 or 12 of these triangles. And then what we'll do is we will group those. And once we group them, you can see that the rotation point went back to the middle here. So we'll take that rotation point and move it back down to the center here. So now we're going to be duplicating this group. So go Command J. Manually we'll rotate it around until we get the same spacing that we just had. And now using Power Duplicate, if we zoom out a little bit, we'll be able to see by just Command J, go all the way around the circle. So you'll notice when we got to the end of the circle, we kind of overlapped a little bit. So let's come into this last group here, and starting from this layer here, we're just going to start deleting layers until we kind of clean up that top portion a little bit. And that looks fine there. So now what we're going to do is group all of these groups together to create our entire outer ring. So we'll select those all and group those. And then we're going to go also and rasterize and trim those. So now we've got our outer ring built. So while we've got this outer ring built, let's go ahead and give them a little bit of color as well. So we'll come down to Layer Effects, and we'll go to Color Overlay. And for right now, we're just going to make them like kind of a bright yellow so we can see them. And that looks good right there. All right, so now what we need to do is create our background so that we can kind of see what our glow is going to do afterwards. So let's come down here and add in a blank pixel layer, drag it to the bottom of our stack, and we're going to grab our gradient tool, and then starting from the center of the document, we'll go ahead and drag out to the corner. We'll leave that upper outer corner as black, and let's change this inside one to like a little darker than medium gray. That looks good right about there. And then let's also turn it into a radial gradient so that it covers the entire document like that. So we've got a nice lighter center and a darker outer ring. So now we need to create our actual sunburst. So let's go ahead and create another blank pixel layer here just above our background. Let's grab our brush tool and reset our colors make sure that we select white as our color, and that's a little big. So we're going to bring our brush size down, and I'm using a flow of 100, hardness of 0 soft brush, and I'm going to place that right around the center. Pop one there. We're going to add in another blank pixel layer here, drag it below that one. We're going to change our color on this one to a little bit more of an orange, and we're going to increase our brush size so that it goes just outside, or just covers our sun rays just a little bit there, and we'll pop that in there. All right, so now we've got a nice sunburst center, and now we really don't need this black ring anymore, so we're just going to turn it off for now so we don't see it. So there's our sunburst center. Now we're going to bring in our center logo or letter that we're using. So for this, I'm using just a font. I'm going to grab my artistic text tool. I'm going to drag out a letter here. For right now, I'm going to put it as an X. And I'm going to change this font to a font I downloaded a long time ago called Neuropolitical. And we'll move that up in to the center there like that. And we are going to scale it down just a little bit. We kind of just want it to sit just outside or just overlapping the outer ring that we have there. Kind of like that. All right, so what we're going to do now is we want to lift that off of this starburst. So let's go ahead and grab the two starburst layers, the white and the orange. And we're going to group those and rasterize and trim it. And then by command clicking on our letter X here, we can create a selection. But with our sunburst layer selected, we're just going to Command C to copy, Command V to paste, and then Command D to deselect. So if we turn off our font up here, we can say that we have our X mimicking the background. So let's go ahead and give that some layer effects as well now. So first thing we'll do is come in here to bevel and emboss, and let's go with an emboss, and we'll bring it up just a little bit, and we'll split the depth and the radius, and maybe bring the radius down some to give us a little bit sharper edge there. That's looking pretty good right there. And let's also give it an outline to help bring it up. Let's change it from solid color to gradient. And we'll check our gradient here, and let's go with some nice bright colors. Let's go over to like a red there, and like a more yellow over here. And we'll increase the radius up just a little bit on that. We're going with the outside, so that creates a little bit more color in there. So now to separate that from the background, well, first things first, let's bring it in front of our outer ring, so the edges of the X sit on the outside there. So now let's go ahead and duplicate this layer, Command J, and with the bottom one selected, we'll come into its layer effects. We're going to turn off bevel and emboss, outline. We're going to come to color overlay, make sure it's black, and then we are going to scale this up a little bit. So we're going to Command and Shift and drag out. So we're making it a little bit bigger there. Let's take and drag this under our outer ring, and then let's also give it a little bit of a Gaussian blur. Blends in a little more with the background there. I think I'm also going to give our sun rays a little bit of a Gaussian blur as well, so they're not quite so sharp. I'll give it a whole pixel. And then all we have left to do is put in our business name, company name, whatever. Let's come over to our artistic text tool again, and we're going to call this company Futura. And we'll center that up. So let's come into the layer effects for that, and we'll do a color overlay of white on that so it stands out. We'll give it an outline, and our outline again on this one, we're going to go with a gradient. And we're going to make it pretty bold again, so we'll make this first color red, make the second color a yellow, orangey, and then we'll bring the radius up. And we're going to add in another outline on this. And on this one, we're going to go from a gradient to a solid color. We're going to stay with black, and we're just going to bring the radius down just a little bit so that it kind of punches it out from the gradient outline. And I think the last thing we're going to do here is give it an inner shadow. Give it a little more depth. We'll bring the radius up some, offset up some, and the intensity up some. And maybe make it a little darker. And now we don't need these guides anymore, so let's go ahead and move these out of the way. There you go. Pretty simple way to create a nice poppy looking Sunburst logo. If you got some value out of this, please hit the like button or think about subscribing to my channel. And until next time, peace. Talk to you later. Bye.